गुड इवनिंग जेंटलमैन। मैं आपके साथ एक बात करने वाला हूँ ऑन अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक। आप तो न्यूज़ तो देखते ही हो, टीवी पे, प्रेस में एंड ऑन सोशल मीडिया। So the topic which I'm going to talk to you about is the recent slap gate, that is the slap given by a CISF constable to a member elect from Hamirpur in Himachal Pradesh, and she is Kangana Ranaut. A word about her: she's a beautiful actress, a woman with strong wills, strong likes and dislikes, and overall an asset to a woman. Now, this actress, when she was crossing the security in Chandigarh, was slapped by a woman constable who happened to be a Sikh. I'm not actually going to her name or her dale and what's her name and things like that, her family, but suffice it to say that she was Sikh and she besmirched the uniform of a military personnel. The Central Industrial Security Force is an important force which comes in the Ministry of Home and is used to guard the airports and also to give personal security to the VIPs and other sundry duties. And the very sad thing that a woman constable should take the law in her hand and slap a member-elect to the Lok Sabha. Such a thing I haven't heard of anywhere at any place. And had such a thing been done in Russia, the constable who would have been carted off to Siberia, and same thing in America. Nobody tolerates this because once you have worn the uniform, you are supposed to be loyal to the uniform and to the country and the ministry of the people who are paying you every day, every month. You can't just go around with the law in your hands and do anything. I just wonder if this woman, this constable, had a gun in her hand, she would have pulled the gun on Kangana Ranaut. That would have been caput. It would be very dangerous. So this is not a small incident. A woman or a man, whoever has worn the uniform, has to live within bounds. Your personal likes and dislikes don't matter. But there are deeper questions involved because the Sikh community has got a big representation in the armed forces. We have the Sikh regiments. And what would happen if these Sikh regiments, start talking of Blue Star or something like that and then say, when they're fighting Pakistan, say, we can do it. And they shoot their own officers dead. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but this is a scenario which we cannot ignore. I've yet to understand what made this woman, the woman constable Sikh, do such a dastardly act. She let the CSR down, she let the Sikh community down. The Sikh community is known to be warlike and they don't do such stupid things. They were the ones who fought the British and they're the ones who won the maximum number of rewards, military awards in the Indian Army. And even after 47, they have done yeoman service for the Indian state. We shouldn't forget that the maximum number of Sikhs were hanged by the British during the independence struggle. And the legendary Bhagat Singh was also a Sikh. So gentlemen, what this lady has done is unpardonable. And of course the law will take its course. I think she has been arrested. That's good for her. And she'll be tried. But then there have to be stringent rules and an example has to be set that this lady and similar persons who may be thinking like this don't do this act again. Now this calls for a deeper thought also. That is the surveillance and the verification. When you go into central service, if I remember correctly, I've spent a long time in the services and I can say with confidence that myself, my father and others served in the armed forces for over 100 years. It's a long period. And I haven't heard of anything like this. Discipline is discipline. It has to be enforced. Even if it's required like the horses running away and being followed with whips. It got to be done. Now I don't know what the punishment is going to be for this lady, but there are so many people shouting something else. I think there's somebody from among the Philippines something was said that in case this lady is dismissed and she doesn't have a job, I'll give her a job. Wonderful. I think such men should be given something like a kick on the back because they make such statements which are absurd, anti-national. So, gentlemen, now the question is how this thing has happened and why this woman should have been inducted in the armed forces, first of all. That means her verification was not proper and the situation in Punjab is very grim. Out of 13 members of parliament, 2 are terrorists or terrorist supporters of terrorism. One of them is Amritpal Singh, who is lodged in Dibrugarh jail, and he's won by over 2 lakh votes. And this man is designated as a terrorist. Then we have another person being elected, who is the son of the man who assassinated the Punjab Chief Minister. I mean, it's absolutely absurd. I don't know how do these 2 people get elected and they won by big margins. And there's another third person which I just, he's not a Sikh but he's a Muslim and he's in Tihar jail and he defeated Umar Abdullah. And Abdullah has conceded defeat. And he is the man who's responsible for terrorism funding. So gentlemen, there must be something wrong with the Indian political system that such people can get elected to parliament. That's number one. Number two, in the armed forces, there appears to be a lack of background check as to how can these people get in the armed forces and then do these things which will show to the world that the Indian men in uniform are basically a stupid lot. And there's going to be no credit. Nobody's going to give credit to the Indian armed forces, the men who wear uniform, and such things are going to be done. Irrespective of the fact of what Kangana may have said or not said, there is no justification to give her a slap to security check. I mean, it's got no relevance really. And it's if she had agreed with it, she would have resigned from the CISF and maybe pursued a political career. And that's about it. You can't just stay in uniform, wear the uniform and get the salary every month and then do all the various activities. I hope she gets a strict punishment. And I don't know if I wish it's a good luck that she's not in Russia or any other country like China or something. By now she would be sitting in Siberia or something and regretting what she's done. But now, as far as I understand, I don't think she's regretting anything at all. And probably she's made her mind that they're going to throw her out. She'll go out and get us elected to parliament. I mean, a person like Amritpal Singh can get elected to parliament who's held under the Terrorist Act. Why not this lady? You're all going to come. Because there's a weakness in the political system. The weakness lies at the top, that is Narendra Modi. The system is not weak. The men who enforce it are weak. Narendra Modi, I think, has a lot to answer. I mean, do a little introspection as to why he allowed this farmers' agitation to linger around for so long and then withdrew the laws. If he wanted to withdraw the laws, he could have done it in the first 10 days, not in 1 year. And when he did it, he kind of sorry figure, or he could have at least passed the laws and said, well, it will be implemented state-wise. If somebody wants to follow the law, okay. Some states don't want to follow, okay. That should have been the rule. But he got taken in, and ultimately, despite all these things which he did, what is his performance in Punjab? The BJP? Zero. They didn't get a single seat. On the contrary, despite all the talk of controlling terrorism, this thing, that thing, 2 terrorists are elected to the Indian Parliament. I think it's nothing to be very proud of. We all know that Canada and the United States are fueling the Sikh agitation. Fair enough. But everybody got to be on guard. And I'm really afraid, I think there's a semblance and undercurrent among the Sikhs of support for these people. That's all I can gather. I haven't seen any Sikh soldier who's drawing pension and there's very senior officers then coming out in condemnation of these act of this constable. I haven't seen it. and somebody makes a comment and then adds the rider, no, no, if this thing had not been done, I don't know, there is nothing like that. There are no ifs and buts. Once you're worn a uniform, you need to be loyal to it. You can't keep drawing pension and say, well, not bad, this thing, that thing. I think such people should be singled out and their pension sought. A very serious matter. Because you can't have people, who are not loyal to the state, being paid by the state. I'm afraid I have to use this strong word because I've been observing a trend on social media to castigate the Modi government for nothing, that's all. Somebody keeps talking of Sikhs being a separate entity and all that. I don't have to go into that. This has been established umpteen times that the Sikhs are part of the Hindus. Historically, or any way you see it. I won't get into a debate on that, it's not worth it, not my time. It's my opinion. And gentlemen, it's a very sad situation which has happened. I hope the government takes due notice of this activity and the men and women are properly screened. The Sikhs should be made to understand that there is no chance of their getting Khalistan or anything like that. And why the people are just talking of Khalistan only in Punjab, Indian Punjab, they don't talk about Pakistan because if they go there they'll get a big danda, maybe 15 or 20 inches. So they never say that we want anything from Pakistan or that Lahore will be the capital, which was the capital of Maharaja Ranjit Singh of Sikh Empire. नहीं वो नहीं चाहिए. We want only from Punjab, 4-5 districts, create problems here and there. Well, gentlemen, I'm not very happy with this video. I should make it like this and use some strong language. I mean, some of the people are offended. I'm very sorry for it, but that is my feeling. It's about time, we woke up to the reality. Gentlemen, I hope you like this video. Share it with your friends and come back for more. In the meanwhile, I'll say, God bless, take care, till we meet again. Au revoir.